Welcome to Rocky Mountain Renewal. My name is Victoria. I'm originally from England. I married an American, and after living all over the world, we settled in Manitou Springs, Colorado. We bought a 100-year-old former boarding house and outbuildings which needed complete renovation. It's been a labor of love and lots of hard work, but we still find time to have fun and explore the amazing place we live in. Come join us on our journey as we renew our home and our spirits in the beautiful Rocky Mountains. Hi there, I just wanted to do another quick video of our house. I must apologise though because it's a bit of a mess right now. My girls' schools are shut here in Colorado, so we are homeschooling, and getting them to tidy up their messes is not fun. But anyway, we are getting there slowly. I thought I'd show you a couple of the rooms and a few before and after pictures, and then a little bit of the attic. But I'll do more of the house soon once it's a little bit more viewer friendly. But there we are. So this is the front door that we came in the other day. You'll see, sorry, that's Helena there, being cheeky. We came in through there, and you'll see from my before pictures that this was an absolute mess. Unfortunately, we don't have the very original pictures before we started taking everything down. This was all wood panelled here, but not nice wood panelled. It was just like this sort of cheap stuff that was stapled up in the 60s. And then behind that, the plaster work was just horrific. So we had to re-plaster everything. We in fact had to lower the ceiling a few inches because there was the popcorn ceiling which contained asbestos. So we had to have beams put in there, and then plasterboard, and then plaster that because we didn't want to touch the popcorn ceiling bit. So it's slightly lower than it would have been back in the day, but you can see some of the original features here. Again, my girls' boots and everything here. This is one of the original radiators, which is actually what I grew up with in England, and they're incredibly, they really project the heat. They're very good, especially in the winter months here. We get very cold. We had to sand all of this down. In fact, this one was bright turquoisey blue when we moved in. We had to sand it, seal it, and use heat resistant paint on it. We went with a silvery colour here. We've still got a few more of those to do around the house, but I think I've done about 5 of them so far, which is quite a labour. But anyway, that's these are our, are you going to say hi? Do you want to say hi? No, we're being shy. So we had to take off absolutely all of the panelling around the doors and windows when we were renovating, and it was only when we got about halfway through all the panels, everything in this house around the doors and windows, that my husband realised that perhaps we should have written where they came from or numbered them, because we ended up with our entire studio filled with these, not knowing which piece went where, and every single piece of them needed to be sanded and repainted and cleaned and so on. So that was fun. It was like playing a jigsaw puzzle, trying to figure out where everything went. This doorway here, when we moved in, was just, well, originally it was a double doorway, but it had been changed to a single doorway, and it was only when we took away a bunch of the plaster and so on in the boarding, we found out that they'd actually plastered one side of it closed, so it was just a single doorway. But what we intend to do here is put some double-sided curtains. I mean, I like that it free flows between here, the living room, and this eating area, but just to keep it warmer in the winter, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I need to figure out how to put some sort of railing on one side and get a double-sided curtain made. This is the original fireplace. Excuse all the dust here. There's a mirror in the way right now. but we haven't actually used this yet. The chimney still needs cleaning, so we hope to do that sooner rather than later. Yeah, we're just starting to put a few little decorations up for Thanksgiving time. And this is the living room area. Are you going to be in the picture? This is the living room area. And again, this was actually 2 rooms when we moved in. And I'm not sure if you can pick this up here or not, but there's sort of, you can see where we tried to join the 2 of them there. We may have to have that readdressed at some stage, but we took it from being 2 rooms that had one door that went through the middle, and I think this was originally a bedroom, which was quite strange to have it immediately from the front door. There was a bedroom here, and then there was like a sitting room back here, but we, as I say, turned it back into one, just for a bit of a bigger living space. More radiators over there that had to be painted. And then, again, apologies for the mess. We believe that at some stage this room was divided, or not divided, but perhaps with an archway that went up and over to the other side, because of where you can see somebody sort of patched in the floor there. These are original, we haven't done the floor yet, but these are the original fir, the fir wood that was put in here, and it's very hard to get such lengths now of this fir. So yeah, we just need to figure out a way to restore this carefully, because it would be very hard to replace these pieces. So we're coming through now to what is the kitchen. But again, we're a little bit confused with this room, because the studio off the back of the house was in fact built before this house. And there's a suggestion that that might have been used as an outdoor kitchen, but we're not definitely sure. But anyway, here we are. We still need to put bits up there. We haven't finished putting these things in, but I'll put some of the before pictures in there so you can see how it would have looked. Again, excuse the mess. And there's the original room sign that we found for the boarding house. And I like it. I need to hang that up somewhere. So this is the doorway down to the basement, which I'll show you at a slightly later date. And this is our pantry. And I suspect there's a little person, yes, there's a little person who likes to sit in our pantry, which is always nice for a shock. And this is our downstairs bathroom, which I'm not going to go into in detail, but this was my absolute favourite tile. It's a really dark blue. And I found this before we even started doing up the house. I just loved it so much. And I said, we must use this somewhere. Unfortunately, the wall colour we chose with it doesn't quite go, so I'm going to change that at some stage, but I'll show you more of that later. So the door on the right here is the door that goes up to the attic. We in fact put this wall in to the right also to separate what was originally the kitchen and living room of the person who lived in the upper apartment. I'm not going to scan around it right now because it's too embarrassing and needs a lot of cleaning. But anyway, we plastered and put all the moulding up and redid the ceiling and so on. You can see that much. But yeah, it took a lot of work to separate this off to create another bedroom that's behind that green wall there. But this is the disgusting stairway up to what were the attic rooms. So it was room 6 and 7 for the boarding house. So I apologise for absolutely everything up here. You'll see absolutely everything he's doing. I should have a bit more light here. But as you can see, the number 7 still remains there. I think this one, oh, it did have the 6, but I think it's been taken off. But right now it's just used for storage for many, many things. But this all needs doing, all replastering, electric work. Fortunately, I know that bit looks horrible, but we luckily don't have any leaks in this part of the house, but we will need to do a lot of work. As you can see up here, Nathaniel pulled down some of the paneling. And you can see it goes back many, many layers there once again. So our idea actually is that we may well reverse this staircase, because this leads into what we've created as a bedroom now. We think we'd rather have it coming down to join the hallway, as you'll see in a minute, to the floor beneath, rather than going down into a bedroom. So it can be a bit more multi-purpose. So yes, this is the large attic room, which again is stuffed full of junk. You can see some of the old wallpaper there, which we'll probably have to take a sample of to get tested. We test a lot of the old wallpapers in this house, because at the time when some of these papers were made, I don't know if it was the adhesive they used or whether it was embedded in the wallpaper, but you will find arsenic, so you have to be very careful. This is the chimney stack, in fact. So I would like to not have this in the middle of a room, but there it is. And then we can actually see out the window here. It's a beautiful day. You can see, well, despite the insect screen there, you can sort of see across to Colorado Springs. You get a vague idea of our neighborhood. And again, look, there's another wallpaper underneath that one. I wonder if that one's original. What? There's a bird. 2 birds. I don't know. Yeah, that might be the original, I suppose. Yeah, it looks like there's only a couple of layers here. In some of the other rooms we had up to 3 or 4 layers. We come around the back here, and then there's a sort of corridor bit. I'll come around the side. Sorry if this is a bit wobbly. So yeah, it sort of joins up down here. There's an awful lot of storage space when we do actually get this sorted under the eaves there. An old lamp, very bright red lamp. The idea is that we turn this into some sort of bedroom or play space for the girls, and put a little ensuite in here somewhere, a little shower room, all for family visiting from England and various other parts of the States. And then we've got another little room that goes under the eaves there. It sort of follows around to the other side. As you can see, it's in great disrepair. We're just lucky that the roof is good on the outside, but needs an awful lot of work. Oh gosh, there's a loose board on this side. Oh, Stephanie could use some of those maybe. I think she found some in her chateau the other day. I realise we've got some more up here. So yeah, that's this room here. Needs everything doing. So we're just going to switch over now from the videos to some of the before and after, well, before shots, just to give you a brief idea of what we've done.